Okay, a question that I get asked a lot from guys who have read the book. Do I have to do cardio in raiding season if I want to lose weight? Here's the thing, guys. Losing weight is a simple equation on your calories. You need to be using up more calories in the day than you're taking in through your food. So that simple equation is going to decide if your body is anabolic, building muscle, building fat, or catabolic, losing fat, losing a bit of muscle. That's it, right? There's a little bit more to that though. See, I recommend doing that by adjusting your weight training workouts. So you do the heavy sets, you do the 6 rep sets, heavy, keep staying as heavy as you can because you want to make sure your body is still primed for keeping all that muscle mass that you've worked hard for through your winter season while you've been bulking up. Then you throw those weights down, you immediately pick up a weight around half the weight and bang out another 14, 16 reps. Pow, pow, pow. Now, keep doing that for 5 sets, right? Keep the intensity high during those drop sets. And, suddenly a workout where, through the winter season workout, when you're doing the big heavy lifts and resting, like you sweat, but you get time to rest in between. Now, you're going to be permanently dripping in sweat. You're going to be tired. It's going to be harder. It's going to feel more intense. And you're going to need to start slightly bringing the weight down as you go through those workouts. But that's okay, because you're making those workouts higher intensity. You're going to get a higher calorie burn from them. Now, I personally did my last cut only by doing that. I said I was going to do some cardio. I didn't end up doing cardio. I was still working out 6 days a week, but I added these drop sets onto every single exercise that I did. Now, for me, that worked. I also made small tweaks in my diet. So I took out a lot of the olive oil, I took out the whole milk. And again, that calorie deficit, along with the workout, was enough to make the difference for me. Now, for a lot of guys, particularly if you come in this from a much bigger body shape, that may not be enough. And this is why I say, guys, play it by ear. Do it for a few weeks and then look at yourself in a mirror. Weigh yourself. Do some measurements with a tape measure, If you aren't losing weight fast enough, add some cardio. Now, if you're not active at all, like your day job is to sit on your ass for 8 hours, you don't walk around much, you don't walk to the bus station or whatever, you drive everywhere, then you are going to have to add some cardio as well, just for your fucking health. Especially guys, if you get over 30, you should be doing some cardio at least once a week, regardless of whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, just to make sure your shit stays in working order. If you want to be past 50, you're going to need to keep on some cardio in your 30s, in your late 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s. So minimum 1 cardio session a week. Keep it light, guys. It doesn't need to be anything intense. 20 minutes, gentle jog. If you find that boring, do some short high intensity training sessions on the rowing machine. Go to boxing, do some light boxing pad work with a partner. This is just for health, okay? Then, if you notice that you're not losing weight, add some fasted cardio, Do some training, do some rowing in the morning before you've had breakfast. Go for a 40-minute or, even an hour, slow-paced walk on an inclined treadmill. If you're trying to, keep your glutes a little bit bigger, get on the stepping machines. Do the battle ropes. Honestly, just do whichever cardio you find enjoyable, mix it up through your week, whatever. But never stop with those weight sessions. So, keep doing the weight sessions, top priority. Second priority, add a drop set to every single exercise in those weight sessions. Third priority, do 1 light cardio session a week just for your health, no matter what happens. If you're an older guy and you're a bigger guy, or you've just got the time for it. And then add the extra cardio if you really, really, really need to step up the fat loss. So I hope that helps, guys. Awesome. I totally just fucking burped at the end of that video. Cannot believe I did that. I could probably just edit that out. Yeah, should probably edit that out. I think I'll edit that out.